There are two words that need to be contrasted. One is lament and one is grumble. And there's a real difference in the two. If I have a spirit of grumbling, of basically saying, I am fed up with the misery of life and I'm checking out and I'm just ticked. But the much healthier way, that's much more productive, is to lament, which is basically to say to God, let me tell you where I am right now. I'm going to pretend about nothing, which is kind of stupid to pretend because God knows everything anyhow. So I'm going to tell him, God, I'm doing fine. I trust you. You're wonderful. I think it's wonderful what you've done for me. It doesn't work that way. God meets us where we are, not where we pretend to be, and not where we wish we were. One of the assumptions that I make, and I imagine you make as well, particularly when you're hurting, is there has to be some way to manage this so I don't feel the bad things that I'm feeling. I've got to find some technique, some formula, whatever. But because I'm a Christian, I want to do it biblically. And so the assumption is that if I do A, B will follow. And now my attitude toward God is, I've done this, now you better provide that. And I think the real danger is that when you do get involved in the spiritual disciplines, which are good things, obviously, when you do pray, which obviously is a good thing, if there's some mood within you that you don't even notice, that's a technique as opposed to an opportunity for relating with God. Rather than that, it's an opportunity to obligate God to do what I think he should do. And when that's the way you're thinking about biblical principles, you're not using biblical principles well. You're using them in a way God never intended them to be used. The most obvious thing you can do is to believe, or at least to hope, that there really are some good intentions within them. And that maybe to say that nobody's perfect, everybody fails, but somehow I trust your heart. Your heart is not finding its way into good words, and I'm struggling with it, and you're not meaning a lot to me right at this point. And frankly, I wouldn't mind getting away from you right now. When an insensitive comment is made, maybe what can happen is you can discover within your own soul the ability to love somebody that's driving you nuts, and to really be there for them, and to realize, even though the comment was just awful, that you don't have to get even, you don't have to lash back, you don't have to pretend that you're enjoying it. But it really provides the opportunity to discover that deep inside of your soul, you really do want to love somebody, even when they're not behaving in ways that make it easy.
GriefShare is a support group that helps you heal from the pain of grief. The GriefShare video seminars, workbook exercises, and small group discussions give you encouragement, useful advice, and hope. If you're grieving the death of a loved one, consider joining a GriefShare group. It's the perfect place for you to make sense of your suffering and heal from your pain. Begin your journey from mourning to joy at GriefShare.